What's going on, bottom line viewers? It's Mitch here, and I'm ready to take the NFL's hardest quiz. This quiz, I saw it was done by another YouTuber, Bangle. I did not look at the quiz, but I thought, maybe let's see who's better. Let's see who can do better on this NFL quiz. I think I know a lot about the NFL, so let's test my knowledge. Zoo.com, I'm taking the NFL's hardest quiz that only has an average score of 60%. So let's see if I can do better than 60%. Let's get into it. All right, here we go. So this is the NFL's hardest quiz. According to Zoo.com, can you pass the hardest NFL quiz we have ever written? Again, 60% average score with over 4,000 plays. So, let's do it. All right. Question number 1. The NFL was the third of the major sports leagues to be founded. When was it created? So, it wasn't created in 1899 because 1899 was far too early. 1946, that was far too late. So it's rather 1920 or 1917. We had the NFL's 100th anniversary. Was that last year or 2 years ago? I think it was 2 years ago. So that would be the 2019 season. So based on that, the closest is 1920. So that makes sense. They'd start the league in 1920. So that's going to be my answer. All right. Yeah. Got that one right. So, second question. The first Super Bowl was played in 1967. Which team won? The Green Bay Packers won the first Super Bowl. That's a pretty easy one. All right. Third. Which of these teams has the fewest Super Bowl wins? So the Patriots have 6 Super Bowls, Steelers have 6 Super Bowls, and the Cowboys have 5, right? The Packers have 1 with Rodgers, 2 with Favre, and 2... Wait. Am I wrong about one of these? The fewest Super Bowls. Cowboys have 5, right? Aikman has 3, and Staubach has 2. And the Packers have 5, don't they? I think it's the Packers, though. Oh, no, Favre has 1. Favre has 1. I don't know why I thought he went to 2, but he went. So it's the Packers. Okay, Packers. I almost tricked myself. The NFL formed with 10 teams from 4 states. Which of these teams joined latest? Oh, geez, that's a complicated question. Okay, so which of these teams joined the latest? So the Bears were one of the founding members of the NFL, I believe, as well as the Packers. So it's not those two. It's between the Cardinals and the Dolphins. So the Cardinals, back in the history books, I remember they're a pretty deep franchise, and Miami obviously is an AFC team. So I'd have to think that it would be Miami based on the 3 other teams being kind of like NFC teams. And I don't think it was Arizona Cardinals. I think they switched. But I think it's the Dolphins. I'm not sure. Okay, it's the Dolphins, so we're doing pretty good. What NFL team has the most Super Bowl losses? It's Bills have 4 because they lost 4 straight. The Vikings lost a few. I want to say 3 or 4. And the Packers haven't lost that many Super Bowls. They've been to... It's got to be New England because New England lost 3 with Brady, 1 with Bledsoe, and then 1 in 85. So it's New England for sure. Yep. All right, there have been several NFL relocations in the past 25 years, but which is the newest NFL team to join the league? The Titans, the Panthers, the Ravens, and the Texans. It's the Texans, I think. The Texans are the latest team to join the NFL. Yeah, okay. Yeah, the Texans were the last team of the 32 teams in the NFL. They didn't include Las Vegas there, so I don't know if Las Vegas would count. The coach who has the most career wins also coached the only perfect season. That's easy. That's Don Shula. A dozen teams have won multiple Super Bowls. What team has won the most in a row? I don't think any team has won more than 2 in a row. I don't think any team has won 3 Super Bowls in a row. So the Packers won 2 Super Bowls, the first 2. The Patriots have won 2 in a row, 03 and 04, and the Cowboys won 2 in the 90s. So I think it's all of the above. Okay, we're on a roll. How long is a point after touchdown kick attempt? Oh my goodness. So they moved it. I think it used to be... Man, what... Did it used to be 22 yards, I want to say? And now I think it would make sense if it was 33. I don't think it's 35. You would feel like I would know this, but this is like a weird rule that you wouldn't really know, I guess, unless you actually like saw it on Twitter or something. But I think it's 33 yards, but I have no idea. Okay, we're gonna get good. All right. What team won Super Bowl 10? Is that Super Bowl X? Okay, so if the first Super Bowl was in 66, I think, or 67, and the Packers won, then 10 years later would have been 1976-ish. So the teams that were good in the 70s. So Miami, that was too late because Miami won in 72 and 73. So it's not the Dolphins. It's not the Cowboys, I don't think, because Staubach did win a Super Bowl, but oh, that's close. It could be any of the other 3. It could be the Raiders, the Steelers, the Cowboys, because they were all good in the 70s. The Raiders won Super Bowls, the Cowboys won Super Bowls, and the Steelers won Super Bowls. The Steelers won 4 Super Bowls during the 70s, though. So the likeliness of it being the Steelers is pretty high. So I'm going to go with the Steelers. Boom! We got another one. All right, how long can I do this? An NFL football field is 53.3 yards wide. Who has the most career rushing yards? That is the stupidest way to phrase a question. And that the first part, that's like a math question where the teacher like puts something totally random that has nothing to do with the actual part. Who has the most career rushing yards? So it's Emmitt Smith, and Emmitt Smith is on the list, so it's got to be him. A football weighs about 1 pound. Who has the most career passing yards? Again with the absolute dumb language. So, who has the most career passing yards? It depends how updated this quiz is, but the answer should be Drew Brees. And if I get this wrong, you guys know at home that I'm right. So, Drew Brees. Okay. Next, wide receivers are some of the most unspoken players in the league. Do you know who has the most career receiving yards? Again with the language. Okay, anyways. Randy Moss, no. T.O. is second, I think. Larry Fitzgerald is second or third. I'm actually curious. Is Tony Gonzalez second? Jerry Rice is first. We know this. Okay. Who broke Joe Theismann's leg? Oh, that's Lawrence Taylor. That's easy. All right, we're on a roll. This is easy so far. I don't want to jinx myself. Who hit on a sideline reporter during a live game? Who hit? Who hit a sideline? Oh, hit on a sideline reporter. Oh, so like flirted with one. Okay. Joe Theismann? No. Dan Marino? I mean, you could see Dan Marino doing that, but I don't think so. You could definitely see Terry Bradshaw doing that, but I'm almost certain it's Joe Namath. I think it was on Monday Night Football, and it was about 20 years ago. I think it's Joe Namath. Yep. Okay. Which of these items has never been used as a prop in a touchdown celebration? Popcorn, that's T.O. A Sharpie, that's also T.O. And a cell phone. That's Joe Horn. A tiger, definitely not a tiger. I could not see that happening, so that one was easy. 4 quarterbacks have thrown more than 500 touchdowns. What quarterback has thrown the most interceptions? That's definitely Brett Favre. Okay, we're doing well. What is a catch? I have no idea. Don't ask me what a catch is. When a player secures the football and lands in bounds. What does secure the football mean? When a player secures the football and gets 1 foot in bounds. That's wrong. That's college rules. When a player secures the football and gets 2 hands down. That's wrong. When a player secures the football and gets 1 hand in bounds. So it's got to be when a player secures the ball and lands in bounds. Okay. There are 22 players on the field during an NFL game. How many officials are assigned to each game? Oh my god, I don't even know this answer. Again with the language, 22 players on the field. I don't know this answer. How many refs? I want to say 4 or 5. I don't think it's 6 or 7. I should know this, to be honest, but I don't. I'm going to go with 5, but I don't know, and I'm not going to take the hint. 7, really? Oh, bro, I don't know how many refs, so you guys can make fun of me for that. I did not know there were 7 refs. What team won Super Bowl 25? Okay, so this was the late 80s or early 90s, I would assume. So it could be any of these teams. Washington football team? 49ers, Giants, and Cowboys. I don't think it's the Cowboys. Okay, so 25. So if the first Super Bowl was, again, 1966, let's do the math. I feel like Matthew Stafford, the human calculator. So 1966. So this should be like 1990-ish. And I think the Giants beat the Bills in the Scott Norwood game. I think. Washington is close, but I don't think they won. The Niners won in 89. The Cowboys, I think it was after that. The Cowboys won in 92. So that's too far. So I think it's the Giants. I think the Giants won Super Bowl 25. I don't know the Super Bowls off by heart, but that's like my best guess based on I know they won the 1990 Super Bowl. So yeah, okay. And it was the Scott Norwood game. I was right. The first NFL All-Star game was played in 1939 on a baseball field. Where was the first Pro Bowl played? I don't think it was Hawaii, because that doesn't really make sense. California? Maybe. I kind of want to say Florida. I don't know why. I just do. I don't know this answer, though. So if you guys know the answer, you're smarter than me. I want to say Florida, though. No, okay, California. All right. Yeah, I could see that. Los Angeles, it says. Okay. Got that one wrong. 5 Super Bowls were named using Arabic numerals. When did the Super Bowl begin using Roman numerals? 5 Super Bowls were using Arabic numerals? Really? Huh? Why don't I know this? Okay, well, if 5 Super Bowls were named using Arabic numerals, is this actually real? Number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, number 5. Was it the first 5? So Super Bowl 4, Super Bowl 5, Super Bowl 10. It has to be Super Bowl 10 then, right? Are you serious? What? The NFL began counting Super Bowls with Roman numerals in Super Bowl 5. I did not know that at all. The move was to help differentiate between normal championships Okay, you learn something every day. How many points were scored in the highest scoring game in NFL history? Bro, I have no idea. Wasn't it the Chiefs and Rams game? I think both were in the 50s. So, my guess would be 113, just based on math. Yeah, I got it right. Oh, but it wasn't that game. Anyways, whatever. I got it right. How can an NFL team score just 1 point? Wait, an NFL team can score just 1 point? Not a safety, that's 2 points. A field goal is 3 points. A field goal in the last possession of overtime is still 3 points as far as I'm concerned. So it has to be a safety on a PAT or a 2-point conversion, because otherwise it does not make sense. Okay, a safety on a PAT. Has that ever happened before? Football in America was being played for decades before players began accepting cash. Who was the first professional football player? Not Jim Brown. Jim Brown and Otto Graham seem far too late. Don Hudson, maybe. I don't even... Who's William Helfinger? It just sounds right because I know all the other guys, and I don't think they were the first player ever. Now, maybe Don Hudson, but I'm going to go with William. Okay, William was right. Who is this guy? William Pudge Helfinger. I don't know if I'm pronouncing his name right. I apologize. Began the first professional football player in 1892 when he's played to play in a Pittsburgh football game. The NFL is made up of 32 teams from 2 conferences. How many divisions are there? 8. Okay. Picking up the dubs. Oh, geez. The richest, and I'm not good with this. Okay, the richest NFL team owner is worth $11 billion. What is the minimum salary for an NFL athlete? Why do I feel like I'm gonna feel bad if I get this wrong? It's not $1 million. I want to say it's 800 grand, but I feel like that's also wrong. Maybe it's 480? Oh, man. Okay, I got it right. How many questions we have on this damn quiz? The first Super Bowl was played in 1967. What team has the longest losing streak since then? Losing streak or most losses? So I would assume it just means streak. So it's the Browns or the Lions, right? I mean, it could be the Bucks. It's not the Packers. The Bucks are the losingest team in NFL history, I think. The Lions and the Browns both went 0 and whatever, 16. But I think it's the Bucks because they were really bad, like in the 80s and 70s, I think. So I'm going to go with the Bucks, but I don't know this answer. Hey! We got it right. Americans wager billions on the Super Bowl every year. What team was the biggest favorite in Super Bowl history? I think the Patriots. Not the Giants. The 49ers, maybe, when they played the Chargers. Was it that game? That might be it, actually. But I think it was the Patriots versus the Giants. If it's not, I'm going to go with the Patriots, but I'm going to cry if it is. Okay, it was the Niners. Damn. And it was the game versus the Chargers. Man, I was right. What team won Super Bowl L? That's 50, right? I'm going to go with the Broncos. Broncos. Right. There have been 12 teams that have never won a Super Bowl, but how many teams have never been to a Super Bowl? How many questions we have? 1, 2, 2 more? No, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so we got like 5 questions left. Okay, so there have been 12 teams that have never won a Super Bowl, but how many teams have never been to a Super Bowl? Buffalo's been to a Super Bowl. Miami's been to a Super Bowl. The Jets have, the Patriots. The Browns haven't, so that's 1. The Ravens have, the Steelers have, the Bengals have. The Titans have. The Texans haven't, so that's 2. The Colts have. The Jags. The Jags won the AFC Championship game twice. I don't think they've been to a Super Bowl, so that's 3. AFC West, Broncos have, Chargers have. We just talked about it. The Raiders have, and the Chiefs obviously have. So the Cowboys, the whole NFC East has. The NFC North, the Vikings have, the Packers have, the Lions have not. It's 4. The Bears have. The Panthers have, the Bucks have, the Saints have, Atlanta has. They lost to Elway, I think. Right? Yeah. The Cardinals haven't. No, they have, yeah. The Seahawks have. The Rams have. And the Niners have. So I think 4. 4. Boom! That was actually hard because I had to do math. There are hundreds of interceptions thrown every season. Who has thrown the most touchdowns without an interception? Peyton Manning, Drew Brees, Tom Brady, Aaron Rodgers. It's rather Tom Brady or Aaron Rodgers. And I think Aaron Rodgers broke Tom Brady's record. So I'm going to go with Aaron Rodgers. Okay. The largest comeback in the Super Bowl is 25 points. What is the largest comeback ever in an NFL game? 32, 25, 44, 47. So 25 is the Super Bowl, so that's not it. 44 and 47 seem too unrealistic. 32 seems right. The game that I think it would be was the Bills and the Oilers in the 90s. What was the score? I don't think it was like 40 to something. It was like 30 to something. So I'm going to say 32 points. Yeah. Is this the last question? Nope. Overtime rules are being modified all the time. What is the lowest scoring game ever? It can't be 0-0. It's not 13-3. It could be 2-0. It's 2-0 or 3-0. I'm going to put faith in the world and go with 3-0. And I'm wrong. It was 0-0. Are you kidding me? 0-0? The Lions? Of course the Lions were involved in that game. How much did a 30-second commercial cost during the Super? I don't know. $4.5 million. I don't think it was more than that. I have no faith in the world. 5.25. Are you kidding me? So I got a score of 83%. The average score is 56%. I got 29 out of 35 right. I am better than 95% of quiz takers. I should have gotten a couple more right, though, to be fair. So I should have been hitting at like 90%, but I messed up on like 2 or 3 questions. So I thought I did pretty well, guys. So maybe you should take, I guess you really can't take it now, but if you were doing it along with me, let me know how you did in the comment section below. Thanks for watching, and make sure you do Gronk spike that like button and subscribe for more BLV. Peace.